Prime Minister David Cameron faces questions in Parliament today over why he hired a former News of the World editor connected to phone hacking. That follows a remarkable question and answer session between lawmakers and Rupert Murdoch. Our own Jeff Glor has made his way to London for the very latest on the scandal that seems to grow day by day. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, Chris, good morning to you from London. As you mentioned, some developments this morning. David Cameron right now addressing this scandal as it appears to get closer and closer to his office. Here's what he said.
Over the past 2 weeks, a torrent of revelations and allegations has engulfed some of this country's most important institutions. It has shaken people's trust in the media and the legality of what they do, in the police and their ability to investigate media malpractice, and yes, in politics and in politicians' ability to get to grips with these issues.
Now, Cameron, up until January, employed as his spokesperson, a former editor of the News of the World, so he's right in the middle of this. Now, as for the drama that took place behind us yesterday with the Murdoch family, the family seemed to say, we're very sorry, but we're also very unaware. Rupert Murdoch's arrival mirrored many of his recent public appearances, mobbed by photographers. Following 2 weeks of scandal centered around his British newspapers, he took his seat, his son James by his side, his wife Wendy behind him. And within seconds, the veteran public performer grabbed his moment and the headlines with one of his pre-prepared lines.
One sentence. This is the most humble day of my life.
Over 2 hours, British parliamentarians tried to establish precisely what and when the Murdochs knew about allegations at News of the World of widespread phone hacking and police bribery. Allegations that have already seen this British tabloid institution shuttered and claimed the jobs of Murdoch's UK CEO, Rebekah Brooks, and London's police chief. But contrition for the Murdochs did not give way to admitting knowledge of the dirty tricks employed by those at their newspapers. Both Rupert and James defending the family legacy.
That does not mean that I have any knowledge of anyone intentionally misleading me in the company. I don't.
Saying they simply didn't know what was happening. Then theater momentarily turned to farce. A protester from the public gallery tried to slam a foam pie into Murdoch's face. He might have gotten closer had it not been for the swift response and powerful right hook of Murdoch's wife. When the hearing resumed, a shirt-sleeve Murdoch seemed to gain the upper hand and the respect of his interrogators.
And I must say, I think it shows immense guts, Mr. Rupert Murdoch, for you to continue answering questions now under the circumstances, under such a lengthy evidence session, and I thank you for it.
Thank you.
At times yesterday, Murdoch appeared bemused, a powerful titan not used to being questioned by anyone. But in the end, a glimpse of the man who for decades has ruled his empire and for now at least remains the boss.
This terrible thing happened on your watch. Mr. Murdoch, have you considered resigning?
No.
Why not?
Because I feel that people I trusted, I'm not saying who, I don't know what level, let me down, and I think they behaved disgracefully and betrayed the company and me.
The Murdochs say they'll cooperate fully with the police investigation. As for Cameron, he announced an inquiry this morning into the relationship between politicians, the press, and police. Whether that makes a difference, we'll see. Chris?
Jeff Glor in London this morning. Jeff, thank you.